Okay, remember that next year. Like have a video.
Oh, like an
overlay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, comments are up.
We're ready to.
People will start popping on. Okay.
Hey, what's going on, guys? We're back at it again. Mike Idle here with the Beer Money Pulling Team booth 31 at 94, Louisville, Kentucky, at the National Farm Machinery Show. Stop by and see us, grab an ice cold pull train, come see the new Remedy tractor. Hey, I've got some really cool guests here. We've got two-wheel drive truck studs. Hey, if you like two-wheel drive truck driving, Louisville's the place to be. And the Outlaws and the Texas drivers hit them hard. And I've got some of the cream of the crop with me right here. We've got Dustin, Corliss, driver of the Texas Bullseye. And we've got Mendi Brown, driver of the Little Whip. Hey, guys, thanks so much for being with us today. How are you doing today?
We're good. Thank you for having us.
Doing good. So just a quick shout out real quick. You guys pull with the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pullers Association. In what I would argue, I was speaking with Kurt Van Beek, our owner, yesterday, and I just point blank said, two-wheel drive trucks and Outlaws, that's about the best two-wheel drive truck class that there is out there. Let's talk about your 2023 season really quick. How did we'll go Mendi first and then Dustin second. Mendi, how'd you finish in the 2023 season this year?
So my truck finished second. I only got to pull a few times during the summer. I am a coach and a teacher, so it is really hard for me, even though I do have summers off. I still have to make money and take care of my child. So we went right up to that last pull, actually that last night, that last took, and we pulled up second. Another bad decision ended up winning it for our class. So we're just very fortunate to be in that spot again. But we just came up a little short.
And sure, wouldn't you know that, of course, it's another Texas guy down there taking home the crown, and that Ray Miller with another bad decision. Dustin, talk to us about your 2023 season. How'd you finish, buddy?
Finished third, started off good. Had a little bumps here and there. Towards the end, my motor's kind of getting pretty wore out. I think we got another 41 runs on it. And but it was a good season. I mean, the top 5 are all Texas trucks. And I was proud to have that. And, right there at the end, I was getting chased down by Donald and a couple other trucks. But then Friday night in Lufkin, I got a first place to kind of seal the deal. And, you go all summer to try to at least get the top 5 to have the chance to be here.
Yep. Yeah, no doubt about that. And I want to let you guys know, so the two-wheel drive truck class, I fell in love with that class this summer. The points race that you guys put on with the Outlaws and with those trucks, as Mendi just said, we went all the way down to not just the final show, but the final hook of the season. It was an absolute dogfight. Fans, if you love good truck and tractor pulling, watch these two-wheel drive truck pullers. They absolutely get after it. So another question I want to ask you guys. You're here in Louisville. You're no strangers to Louisville. Hey, Mendi's won the doggone thing. Dustin's been here, 3 times?
Three times.
Right? But been here 3 times. So when you come to Louisville, who do you feel you're most proudly representing? Are you representing your team? Are you representing your organization? Or are you kind of representing the great state of Texas as a whole? Kind of where do you wear that badge of honor when you come here?
That's a really hard question. If I had to answer, I would say all 3.
For sure.
I mean, it makes us proud as a team, as our family, with the Outlaw organization. Sometimes we get picked on as the underdogs, but I think we've proved ourselves. We're no underdogs. We can compete with anybody out there.
I love that you said that. I think that's something that's kind of been a little bit in the back of people's minds. I don't think we can say that anymore. Hey, guys, I kind of thought about it this way. When I saw you loading up all your trucks, I just basically said Texas is coming and the Outlaws and heck is coming with them. You are not going to win this two-wheel drive truck class without going through these guys. Dustin, are you representing the organization, yourself, your team, Texas, or all the above?
I'd have to agree with Mendi. Yep. All 3. I mean, the Outlaws, I can't. I've only pulled with them, and that's the only one I've ever been. Well, Texas Association.
Sure, of course.
Man. When you say family, it's Outlaws.
It's you couldn't have hit the nail on the head better. I had the honor and the privilege of attending the Outlaws Awards banquet this past fall. And I'm the newcomer on the block. I'm the new guy just starting to announce for the first time. And midway during the banquet, I was speaking with my wife. And when we arrived there on Friday night, I was always using the pronoun they. The Outlaws this, and I would say they. And without even noticing, by the middle of the day, Thursday, I was using the pronoun we. It was just we as the Outlaws. It's a family. It's a great place to pull with. We're here in Louisville. We're in Freedom Hall. Mendi, what's it like to win? This is a question I haven't been able to ask a driver yet. Dustin's going to step to the side. How big of a deal is it? to walk away as a winner from this place?
It's a huge deal. You know, like you hear them say, like, this is the Super Bowl of pulling. This is the top. This is where everyone wants to be and everyone wants to win. So I have gotten the honor to be in that position twice. The first time it was only my second year pulling here. And I didn't really know what it was all about. I knew my parents and my dad had grew up coming here and pulling here. I had never been. So I wasn't aware of how big it was. As I grew into the sport of pulling, I realized, okay, no, this is exceptionally awesome. And being able to do it twice, I can't think. I have to thank my dad. He puts my truck. He runs it all most of the summer. Like I said, he gets the setup for me, puts it and tells me what to do. I just have to make sure that I push the throttle and get it down the track.
Your dad, absolutely. He's a legend in the sport of pulling. And I'm not going to tell you, I don't know if I'm allowed to say who I picked to win tonight in the two-wheel drive truck class, but there's a pretty good chance it's your maiden name. So I'll just go ahead and give that hint out there. Hey, Dustin, you've got some big dogs that you have to knock off if you're going to be in the finals, but you're accustomed to running against these big dogs. Do you change the setup at all when you come indoors, or how do you kind of change your approach when you're pulling here in Louisville?
All you can really do is come loaded for bear. I mean, just whatever, double check, get everything right, make sure, because they always say if it's going to happen, it's going to happen in Louisville.
It's going to happen.
Unfortunately, I had that happen to me last year. Got here and, worked all summer to get to this spot and got in here, hooked up to the sled, rolled up my gear, couldn't even make a pass down the track, and sat there from the sideline in my truck.
Oh, man,
I told my girlfriend, I said, we're coming back.
We're coming back. Well, this is the year, bud. I can already feel it. Guys, come by booth 3194. I'm just going to come out and say right now, this is the best energy of any interview that we've had. These guys are fired up. They are passionate. They know what they're doing. Another fun question I want to poke at you guys. So you're stablemates. You travel together. You work together a lot. Dustin, your team T-Bucket. Okay. Yep. Mendi, you've got the old school full body chassis. Is that anything you guys ever have fun with? Is there a little friendly rivalry? Would you ever drive a T-Bucket? Would you ever go to a full body? Is there any difference there?
Actually, the very first time I ever drove was her truck.
Is that right?
I drove it once, and that was it. And then the T-Bucket, we asked her to drive it. She has it, but I think she's comfortable in her truck, and we know to just let her be in there. But I've also drove Whip It. When we went to the first T-Bucket we had, we built it, we sold it, kept the body, and it works so much better for us on loading the trailer. If we'd have a body on it, it'd be a constant battle. So the T-Bucket works out. So when we sold the first one, we kept the body, and then we had came in halfway through the season with the new T-Bucket. So I was like, well, heck, you can just drive Whip It, and I'll just drive the mod. So we did that. I think that's the year we had the COVID, so it wasn't that many hooks, and it was a good time. I mean, but I know she's never drove her dad's truck, but the first time he drove it, he's like, I'm glad the flag man didn't fall down because I couldn't see nothing.
That's, they say the visibility is different, but I like your answer. I talked to Seth Markey and I said, why'd you decide to go to the T-Bucket? He goes, because we could fit it in the hauler. That was a big reason that we did it. Let's jump outside the Outlaws for a little bit. Anybody who's going to win the two-wheel drive truck division at Louisville, you're going to have to knock off the Outlaws. But that doesn't mean that you guys don't have some really tough competition outside of there. If you're going to win this thing, you're going to have to beat each other. But who are some competitors that you keep a pretty close eye on that might hook outside of Outlaw? Or is this one of those classes where, hey, we're at Louisville and everybody's good?
I think everybody's good. I mean, there's some names and there's some people that we're a little bit close to, and we kind of talk some smack sometimes, but we always say, hey, leave it all on the track. We'll see. Let the best win.
Yep.
And so I don't know. I think they're all good. But some of the top names that come to mind would be the other Nelsons.
Sure, no doubt about it.
And no, we're not related.
Corzine.
Petro.
These were the names that I was thinking as well. And it's fun. You bring up the Corzines, you bring up the Nelsons. Other lady drivers as well. So do you three gals kind of hang together a little bit and say, all right, gentlemen, we talk a lot about this division or that division, but you're dealing with three of the best drivers and us young ladies right here as well. Is there kind of a friendly rivalry or a friendly relationship with you gals out there on the track?
Oh, yeah. There was one year we actually had two women in the winner's circle, me not being one of them that year. I think it was Ashley and Theopold, but that's the goal. One year we're going to get all three ladies up in there, hopefully. But then I got to look at my fellow competitors because sometimes then they don't get in. So it really just depends. But yes, we do love, getting a different perspective on the
Definitely.
sport. A lot of people think
Definitely.
that it is male dominant, which it is, but there are a lot of more females coming into it.
I was speaking with Jamie Yonke yesterday, a young lady who drives a limited pro stock tractor, and her only goal, she said, was I'm showing young gals out there that there's nothing that we can't do. And as a father and as a teacher myself, that just sent chills, down the back of my spine. And I thought, what a great message. And man, you just listed off an all-star crew. Some of the best drivers out there are the ladies that are pulling in this class. I know you guys have a lot to do. I've got a few quick questions for you before we get going. Then I'll give you a chance to thank your sponsors. Did you have a chance to watch the show last night?
We sure did.
What do you think of the track? And you don't have to answer specifically, but did you pick up any little cues that you're putting in your back pocket that might help you be successful when you guys drive down it tomorrow?
Well, I'll say this. I mean, yeah, every night it's going to be a good track, but you rework it, and it's going to change every night.
Yeah.
I mean, just best things to get out there for your class, kind of watch a few things, and on your night. But no, it was a great show.
Yeah.
We were definitely cheering on Cotton Candy.
Yeah, absolutely. The Cotton Candy team is absolutely wonderful. Cameron Neves was probably the first person I met when I came on board with the Outlaws. And, man, when they talk about Texas hospitality, they mean that. You guys know how to make a person feel welcome. Mendi, did you see anything in the track that you're going to use to your advantage? Or like Dustin says, every day is a new track?
I think every day is definitely a new track, but something I've noticed since I've been here is that the track likes to pull to the left. The right side's not always the best spot to go. So sometimes you can make it work, but it's only going to be probably one or two guys that can make it happen. So just kind of keeping that in mind, and hopefully it's not a numbers track because that won't be good for my favor, but it would work out for Dustin. So it really just depends.
Sure.
Like I said, let the best guy win.
Yep, that's excellent. Well, hey, guys, these guys are so gracious. Here's what they did. They haven't even unloaded their haulers yet. They've got a huge weekend. They've got tech. They've got specs. They've got preps, all sorts of things that they need to get done. So I'm going to let you get out of here pretty quickly. This was an electric interview. You guys have awesome energy. You're fired up to be here. I can't wait to get to the show tonight. Dustin, Mendi, anybody that you need to thank or anybody you want to give a shout out to, right now is your chance to do it. Go ahead and let the world know who you want to holler at.
First of all, well, Donald's not here, but his wife is Terry, my girlfriend, and just everybody along the way who helps us. I mean, if we had a list of everybody, we'd be here for a while. But
I've got a 3-ring binder behind me. You need to get it out. I'll hand it to him. We'll just start going down it.
When I go back real quick on Outlaws, it's funny because it don't matter. Everybody helps.
Yes.
So you can.
Yes.
You don't have to oh man, I don't have nobody. Because when you show up, you got a whole crew waiting on it. So no, just everybody. I guess farm credit for everything for getting us here and all the Kentucky Bear Boards.
Yes, they do.
I mean, everybody here that puts all this on. I mean, it's not easy.
Yep, no doubt about that.
We just get fortunate to come here and drive.
Yeah, that's true. We're here, we're driving, we're having fun. Anybody you need to thank?
About the same people. We also want to thank the committee for just giving us a chance. They're taking a shot at us and on us as well. So you guys for putting this on and getting the sport out there, advertising that it's helped a lot. I think the sport is definitely growing just because of the Outlaw Lives and the beer money, all the live streaming that they're doing. And I think it's helping. Social media is growing. And
Jason and I talk about that all the time. And I've been a diehard fan my entire life. And I said, the sport's bigger. And he says, well, maybe you just watch it a little bit more. Maybe you're just on social a little bit more. Mendi, I'm glad you said that. The sport feels bigger than ever. The third generation of pulling is here. You are completely correct. Hey, guys, they have a ton to do. But I'll just say this. If you're going to Full Pull, and go to Full Pull and make your picks. It's all free. There's no real cash being put on the table just yet. If you're making picks in the 2-wheel drive class, look for someone who came from Texas. Hey, guys, this was absolutely awesome. Best of luck. Park it in the sand pile gently. Yes. I'm going to put it that way. I've been telling my drivers, park it in the sand pile gently. Thank you so much for being here. Good luck, and we hope to see you pulling on Saturday night.
Hey, enjoy it. Thank you for taking the time as well.
Absolutely. Right. Thank you guys for watching. That was perfect, guys. I hope I didn't keep you too long.